not so long, it's so damn cold when you're alone. When you're all alone. All these thoughts that cross my mind are starting.
Hi guys, so it's me again, and you guys liked a lot of this look on Instagram, so I figured that I'd make a tutorial about just the eyes. And if you have any questions about how I got the look on my face, please hit me up and I'll let you know. Alright, love you guys. Bye. Okay, so starting off, I'm going to sweep this color all over my eyelids. I'm using a palette from Lancome, the Color Design palette, and it's the Ombre Mono Effects Sensationals. It's the color Latte Matte. Okay, now I'm using a flat-headed brush, just any will work, and you're going to use it for the Urban Decay eyeshadow called Midnight Cowboy Rides Again. I'm also going to use my NYX setting spray. It's in dewy, it doesn't matter what actual setting spray you use, just any will work. Spray that onto your brush, and it just helps with it not moving the glitter around all over your face, which I am a master of. You can do this how you want, but literally it helps if you just kind of dab it and pat it on it as you go, because otherwise it just flakes. The setting spray does help, but just be gentle with it if you're rubbing it in. And I'm about to do a crazy face dance right there. Yeah, enjoy it while you can, because believe me, tickets don't last. Okay, so I'm hunting for something, but I don't really know what. I'm actually going to use my Sephora Primal Instinct palette. The color is Camel Camel, and you're going to take that and put it inside your crease and part of that right below your eyebrow bone. You want to get that on both because you're wanting to make your eyes seem really large on this and just really dramatic. So spread and spread and spread. Okay, now I'm going to use a flat-headed brush. That's a different one. It's a little bit more wider than the first one you saw. And I'm going to be using Sable Sand on that Sephora Primal Instinct palette up on my eyebrow bone. It's got a little bit of a creamy gold color to it, almost sheen, and I will be going over that with a different color later, but it just kind of really sets off the eyes. I'm also using that in the corner of my eye and just kind of spreading it down and around a little bit. Now I'm just going to go back in with my Urban Decay again and tap that onto the top again as well, onto my eyelid, just because you want to make sure that really stands out and not the colors that maybe have gotten onto it with your other brushes. Okay, so I'm going back in with the Lancome palette, and this color is called Guest List, and it's in shimmer. And I am going into the waterline actually with this color. Okay, and I'm actually using the same color on the lower lash line as well. And you can be a little bit messy with this because you'll see what else we're going to do with it later. Okay, and I'm just going to drag that straight up from the corner of my eye there, and it's going to help create my wing for my eyeliner. If you're wanting a tutorial of how to do wing eyeliner really easily, please let me know and I will definitely get that for you. Okay, so I've always wanted to know who makes up the color names for these palettes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am using the color Bonjour Profond deep burgundy, and I am just going back in under my eyelashes there and deepening that color up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm using a fluffy brush, and I am going in with that Lancome palette again, the Guest List Shimmer color, and I am literally just putting that on the corners and patting that into that crease line a little bit and really just deepening up that corner area there. A really good tip too is that tiny little line that I made up right there. It really helps bringing the darker color out, to drag it out to that line, and you'll see what I'm saying, why that helps later on. Okay, so now I'm going back in with a big fluffy brush. There's nothing on it, and I am just literally blending all of that together. You don't really want any harsh lines except for the outline, the outer corner line of it. You want them really soft. I always thought it was funny whenever I itch, like the bun jiggles, and then I do it on purpose. Sorry. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Maybelline New York. I cannot talk. Anyway, Jumble Mouth. Blah, 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 blah. Maybelline New York Eye Studio, and it's in Black is Black, and it comes with this little doohickey here, and I always start in the middle of my eyelid and work my way in, and then I work on the outer part. If you want, like I said, if you want a deeper tutorial on how to do winged eyes, please let me know, and I will definitely make a video on that for you. Okay, so now I'm going back in with that Sephora palette, the Bonjour Profonde Deep Burgundy, and I'm just gonna deepen the corner eyelid there up and just bring it out to that wing line that you made right there. And then you're gonna literally just take your giant fluffy brush again and just really blend that in. Blend it in, baby, blend it in, yeah. Okay, so I'm taking an angled brush, like for eyeliner, and I am using the Must Have on that Sephora palette, and I'm just literally dabbing it over the tops of the eyeliner just to make it stay in place better. Now I'm using a smudge brush, and I am just going to smudge underneath my eyelashes there, my bottom eyelid there, and just really give it a smoky smudge effect. Smudge away. Do not worry about getting it out of place, just smudge. Smudges. Wow, like that word way too much. Okay, now I'm using that Universal Beige in 8. I love this. I use it all the time. And I'm just going over the very top on my eyebrow bone there. Fluffy brush is my best friend today apparently, and I'm just going over the top of that brow bone and just the really harsh highlights just to blend them in. Okay, you guys don't even understand. I love this stuff so much. It is the Maybelline New York, the Mega Plush Volume Express. Okay, you don't even understand. I love this stuff. It's gel, and I hate my eyelid, whatever those things are called, eyelashes. To be brittle or crunchy or anything or flake, and this stuff does it all. I cannot live without it. Now I'm going back in with that Bonjour color again, just on the corners to make it a little bit darker. And yeah. Okay, now onto my lips, and I am using the Sonia Kashuk, and I probably butchered that name, sorry. It's called Hidden Agenda 2 Concealer Palette, and I am using the neutralizer one all over my lips. My lips have a lot of rosy pink color to them naturally, so I really want a nude lip for this color that I'm actually using, and I had a couple zits on my nose, cry. So I covered those up. Okay, now I'm using this by e.l.f. It's called Persimmon, and it is number 3102, and I'm just putting that all over my lips. You can put this on your cheeks wherever you want, but I use it on my lips only. Very shiny. Now I'm using this pink plumper lip color. Now I could not tell you what brand it is because it rubs off the very next week that I get it, but I love it. You can get it at a drugstore or Walmart, or just find some type of really light pink shiny lip gloss to use. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going over this with my favorite lip color of all time, and it is the Color Sensationals lipsticks, and it's number 205, Nearly There. And this is my favorite. I use this color all the time. Right as I was putting on this perfume, and it is by Juicy, and it is awesome. It's a limited edition, so that's why it's like this roundish egg thing. And anyway, anything to know about me, it would be that I have a whole entire drawer full of perfumes, like a lot, and I'm obsessed with perfumes. Some girls like underwear, socks, you name it. I am a perfume person. Love perfumes. Anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, so now, it's sip time with Lauren, and, so, this is kind of a little insight into one of me and my friend's conversations that I had the other day, and, we were going shopping for makeup, and, that will probably be in my new video coming up soon. And some Laura Mercier stuff. Sorry, Laura Mercier. And anyway, so we're driving in the car and we are talking about some funny instances that have happened to us. And I was wearing like this tube top greenish blue dress, like a turquoise dress, and I had a big chunky silver necklace on, and I was in Target, and I am about to leave the store, and I'm like walking down this aisle, and there is a guy that's got his back towards me at an angle, and then there's another gentleman he's facing me, and they're in a deep, heavy conversation. And this guy, as I'm walking, I hear him say, yeah, she's wearing a tube top greenish blue dress with a chunky silver necklace. And right as he says that, I look at him and I'm like, oh, they're talking about me. And this guy is looking at this guy, and he's shaking his head like, shut up, dude. And this guy was like, and she's wearing this strap right across her shoulder. And I was just trying not to laugh because he was trying to cover up his tracks. And I looked at this guy, and this guy that was facing me, and I literally just lost it. I just smiled, and this guy smiled back, and he was like, how are you doing, ma'am? I was like, I'm doing really good, how are you? And he just died laughing, and I started chuckling as I'm walking off. Anyway, so I told my friend this story, and we got off of that funny story, we got into a deep level conversation about how women base their who they are off of men, and even women, about telling them if they're beautiful or not beautiful, and if they're getting compliments or if they're not getting compliments. And it shouldn't be about that. It should be about who you are in Christ and how God sees you, and that He is the one that makes you into who you are, not that you need to be getting attention or anything, or feedback, getting that feed off of a man or a woman than telling you who you are and what you aren't. And so I'm here to tell you that you are a beautiful woman, whoever is watching this. And even if you don't feel beautiful, it's because you need to change the way you look at yourself and the way that you are listening to others about seeing yourself. Because the minute that you start doing that and you look in the mirror and you say, I am beautiful for who I am, and the minute that you start doing that every day, it'll change your life. Also, something that I did when I was going through a really hard time about seeing myself beautiful is that I literally did not wear 1 ounce of makeup, not one drop of makeup for a whole entire like month and a half. And I I have people that can contest to that. Christians and non-Christians and just like a huge variety of people, because people were just like, what? Lauren's not wearing any makeup. And I was working full time and like everything, so like tons of people saw me without makeup all the time. And but I'll tell you what, it changed the way I viewed myself. I stopped worrying about all kinds of stuff that so many women worry about all the time. So if you have to do that, it is a really good test for yourself to see the way you view yourself. Because if you don't feel beautiful just being naked on the face, then how are you supposed to feel even beautiful when you start covering up your face? Like, it's almost more of an insecurity in my opinion. So it's a good way to look at it. Pray about it. You know, it's just something obviously between you and the Lord, and who knows, maybe you're supposed to do that month and a half test without makeup too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed Sip Time with Lauren, and I hope to see you guys again. All right, bye. Love you.